So the final episode of She-Hulk has now aired, which we actually get to see how this series actually ends. Which, of course, knowing how all the answers will be will be revealed, and plus a final battle will actually happen, and whether to see if Jen will become a hero or stay her normal self. So, here is a review. With the episode begins with a reference to the retro opening, which is actually a reference to the 1978 intro to the Incredible Hulk show, where it actually aired back in the late 70s, which we see how they switch Bruce to Jen, in which it's all a dream because Jen is now in prison for what had happened during the last episode caused by intelligentsia, which of course we knew how her lawyer, Nikki and Puck, are actually there to help her out, which work out a plea deal, which the conditions are she has to wear the inhibitor and she was fired by Holiday, which of course she now lost her job again, meaning that the fact that they had to figure out who created the website, which caused her to move back with her parents, in which we see how she tried to connect to Bruce, but he didn't answer. And also tries Emil, and he didn't answer as well. Knowing how everything actually would mean that Jen is actually is desperate again. Knowing how everyone who actually seen her as a pariah now, until Nikki actually saw Intelligentsia, which she actually saw HulkKing and come up with all the clues with Jen, knowing that who's creating the website and who is HulkKing as well, in which she found out that HulkKing is performing a event, which she asked Pug to actually help her as well, which she heads over to the event. Meanwhile, we've seen Jen talking with Wrecker about what's actually happening, in which Puck infiltrates the event, knowing how they are actually there, which he actually met up with Todd Phelps, and he reveals that he is, HulkKing, as well as creating Intelligentsia, in which she actually is in shock to hear this, which he have bring out Abomination in his form, which we knew how he broke he violates his parole. In short, knowing how Jen is in shock to see all this happen, which Todd revealed that Josh did steal her blood, which we see him putting the blood into him becoming a Hulk as well. We would have thought that he would become Red Hulk, but that is for another season. Another show, which we see how they are going to fight. Which Bruce actually appeared and actually battled Abomination, who thought he actually attacking Jen. But Jen is actually confused of all this actually happening, in which the show shows the Marvel menu for Disney Plus, which we see all the series and the movies are actually there, which Jen had broke through her own show card and actually had to the Marvels assemble the series to show how the episodes and movies are created, which she actually read to the writers and the man who was creating the plot twists of how all of this happened, which they actually say that Kevin was the one who made the decision, in which the president of Marvel Studios, Kevin Falk, I mean Felk, which means that he talking to Kevin, in which she met Kevin, not the real Kevin, the robot version of Kevin, which he is actually a droid who creates the shows in the movies, in which Jen is actually upset at how Kevin, who actually made all the plot twists the way that she doesn't want. So she decided to make some changes, which Todd not giving Hulk powers, and we'll see in court, which of course Titania is actually there as well. And Emil Blonsky will head back to court for his parole violation, and she doesn't mind seeing Daredevil again, which of course we knew how the ending actually changed for Jen. And of course we see her and Matt meet her parents, which Bruce actually returns and doesn't explain why he's on Sakaar, and they were introduced by his son Scar, in which Jen is clear of all allegations, in which Todd is actually is being prosecuted for all the things that happened to her, in which Jen has gone to court where the lawyers say if she's going to fight in the courtroom or fight as a superhero. And the answer to that is both, which we got our answer. And as the episode ends, the post-credit scene of one actually carrying Blonsky to Kalapa, where he actually escaped from his prison cell, where we knew that we're going to see a new show actually happen. Now, I love this series, and I love the episode where we see the retro opening of the 1998 Hulk show, and also how Jen actually became both a hero and a lawyer, which we see how more references of the episode that lay out, which of course the robot Kevin, which actually acts as the creator of the show, which is pretty funny for me, which we actually thought we get to see the Marvel's president and the director Kevin Fall as well. But we knew how all this actually happens. So I cannot wait to see what new Marvel show that's going to appear up next year and this year as well. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment what you think about the final episode. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and my Facebook page and Twitch. Until then, this is Anime Guy joining here saying signing out. Laters and be safe.